Hi, everybody. So I have a beautiful crew with me today, and Richard's down there in pink. And we've been talking about doing this video for weeks and weeks. And what we're doing is we're returning to the original purpose of Earth, which was communication. And we're going to talk to people who have different souls than we do.
Hmm.
And that's the purpose of Earth, again, will become communication. So that's what we're here to talk about today and to kind of give you the perspective of someone who has a different kind of soul. So there's many soul groups. One of them is the architect soul group. So I'm an architect soul, and we create the matrix, the foundation of the matrix. Okay. So we create the learning games and the universe and the structures. And we have an ET here today. So she has an ET soul, an angelic soul, an elemental soul, a dragon soul, and who you know who's the dragon, and a titan soul. And we want you to know how these beings feel, because it's more important to see what's going on inside someone before we really know, like pay attention to the body. Okay. So the body, the eyes are the most important thing because you're going to be able to feel somebody's soul. And what I'm hoping is that people will start to see the soul first, because then you're going to get the essence of the person, and we're going to really listen, because we've been taught how to only answer questions and not listen to people. So we're going to start to listen more. So Richard has made a beautiful opening poem or incantation for us, and he's going to read that now.
Welcome, Femi, to this very special show with I feel like I would be the one that would be like Charlie and I got all my angels, but instead of three, I get five. Ain't I the lucky one? Okay, well, welcome, Femi. And here we go with my beautiful invocation for the opening of this beautiful session. All right, here we go. By feather, by flame, by star, by stone, by wing of Titan and whisper of gnome, by song of fairy and roar of the drake, by angel's breath and cosmic seed, we wake. We gather now, not as strangers, but as those who have answered the ancestral call. Welcome, lineages of light and memory. Welcome, keepers of archetypes, watchers of the womb gates. Welcome, Seraphim and Sylph, Dragonkin and Starborn, Titanborn and Truthborn. We do not meet today for performance, but for remembrance. We do not speak today to impress, but to reweave. Let the grid pulse beneath our feet. Let the codes awaken behind our eyes. Let each voice be a drumbeat in the return of all. And so we begin with open hearts, fierce love, and the soul flame of unity rising now.
Beautiful, Richard. Thank
You're
you. Thank
welcome.
you. So we're going to go into questions now. And basically, we want you to feel how it feels to be in the presence of someone who has a certain kind of soul. And that's really going to help you know a little more about what their perspective is, but also it's going to make you want to listen because it will be different, most likely, than yours. So the first person that we're going to talk to is Lucy. And Lucy is a beautiful ET soul. And when I first met Lucy, I knew she was like a love soul. Like it's all about love. And I'm talking about unconditional, beautiful love. So when I think of Lucy, I think of the Care Bears and I think of also strength. So it's like she just lights up and she also has that Care Bears Unite, you know, thing going on. So I want to ask Lucy a couple of questions about how she feels in the world. So, Lucy, tell us, what is your favorite thing to do?
Well, since I've had my connection to my higher self has gotten stronger, I just love observing my magical world. There's more every day. And honey, I watched you for a long time and you would say, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be fun. And I'm like, okay, where's the fun? But now
Right.
it is so much fun. I'm talking to because of what how you've I followed you and I when you said you can develop your higher self by asking simple questions and trusting the inner nudge, and I've done that for years with parking spaces. It would appear full parking lot out of nowhere, and I'd be so grateful and tickled. And then you said you can start in the morning and start writing. And I said, and then when you said you can have your cup of coffee, I said, okay, I can do that. So that strengthened it too. And then I met, and then I kept getting YouTube always sends me. I get messages from everywhere. I watch YouTube, and
Mhm.
Richard started popping up. I did not get Richard at all. Wild man, laughing and laughing. I said, no, no, too much. Then he came again the next day with his friend Gargar. I said, and I looked, they were laughing and laughing. I said, laughing for an hour? No, I can't. So I turned it off. Next day, 2 days later, it was you and him. And I said, all right, fine. And honey, it's like you've shown up. I don't know. It's like he just lit up. I could see him because you were there. And I got it. He told a story about, and I've been thinking about this. I do remember him telling, remember your story, Richard, about the willow tree that appeared in front of you in your house, and you were texting a friend, and that friend never called you back. Oh my God, I laughed for 5 minutes. And then I got Richard. It's about play and
Yeah.
fun, which opens the door to healing, to love, to remembrance. And I took, this is not, I'm not telling any tales. I've shared this with Richard, how he took 3 videos to see, to get Richard. And it's because I was in an industry where it was heavy. I was in trauma and it was heavy. And we did use humor, what we call dark humor, to release because it was too much. And then now and Richard has said this, it's because I'm seeing his inner child. His inner child is at play full on all the time. And for me, it was too much. But now I get it, Richard. I get it. And it's so wonderful. And he did, let me just say what he said to me. Well, baby, I activated you.
That's what a dragon does.
Yeah. So that's my favorite thing. to just
Oh,
watch and allow and just it's so magical. It's magic every day. Every day.
hmm, it is. And are you feeling more comfortable here now on Earth, or were you ever not comfortable?
Oh, I was uncomfortable all my life. I used to call myself a deep introvert. Deep
Yeah.
introvert. I could only handle just a few friends, and I was always amazed at my people in my life who had lots of friends, and I attracted extroverts. Oh my gosh. And I didn't know, but now I think it was after our trip to England. I was feeling so, and I mean, I'll talk to anyone now. And I said, wow. And you said we have to stop. What did you say? Something you said made me think, oh my gosh, I have to stop saying I'm a deep introvert because I'm not anymore. I'm not. And yeah, it's you would never know I was a deep introvert if you met me now. Yeah. And it's that so my discomfort and is because stuff is just once you open the door, and I think many doors are open for me now. It's like constant. I'm eating lunch and I'm getting a deep message. And I'm like, really? I'm eating lunch right now. You're telling me you want to tell me this right now? And it's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you for being part of my journey, everyone
Oh,
here. Because I
we're so
watched,
glad.
and met everyone here. Yeah.
Mhm. We're so happy that we are part of your journey, and we're so happy to know you. And so I want to just say that you can be in many, many bodies. The soul is what you want to pay attention to.
Mhm.
Okay, so a lot of souls, they may go and try out a different kind of ET body. They may go and try out an elemental body, a human body, and they're just getting into that experience. And it is uncomfortable at first. And I think a lot of us are feeling better right now because the frequency is shifted. Yeah.
Yes.
So Crystal is a Titan, and she's half Titan. And so souls can mix. Think about that too. The rules are not like human rules as far as creation goes. They're similar, but they're not the same and they're not judged. Like there's a lot of judgment going on, and it's time to let go of judgment. Yeah. So, Crystal, tell us, what do you love to do? What's your favorite thing?
Um, Kind of like Lucy, I really like to observe. But I've recently realized that my main thing that brings me joy is connecting to people. Um, and it kind of explains a lot of other things that have happened in my life. Like people just come to me who I don't know these people. They open up, tell me their life story, like I'm their therapist or something. And I guess I'm maybe they thought I was trustworthy. And for a while, I thought I should be a therapist. But I think I've come to realize that it's like my large energy field, maybe, and
Hmm.
my ability to connect people that just makes them feel safe. Um, and I think everyone's story is so interesting. It's like their life is like a movie, and everyone has a different movie, and everyone's story is unique and important and valuable. And I just really enjoy that part of the human experience.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling comfort wise, like on Earth now?
It depends where I'm at. Um, it's much easier to be out in nature or away from large population centers. Feel like I can think more clearly. But when I'm in the cities, I feel a lot more jumbled. Like there's a lot more going on in my brain, or like I'm a radio picking up too many stations at the same time. When I was in school, college the second time a few years ago, I'd have to stay up until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning until everyone was asleep when I could really start to focus on things and not be distracted. Even in silence during the day, I just felt like I couldn't really think clearly or focus on what I wanted to. So I think it's just being around areas with a lot of people. There's just a lot more going on energetically. But I've always loved nature. So the more I can be out in it, the better. But then taking time to go back to areas where there's people also.
Mm-hmm. So when you think of a Titan soul, Titans were the first beings to be created. So the first body, they were very tall, very tall. And a lot of what we see as hills and sometimes mountains are Titans that were turned to stone. They had more emotion than any other being. So, you know, emotion can go in many different ways. So if you're talking to someone with really big emotions and really big energy, then you may be talking to a Titan. Yeah.
Mm.
I have a tendency to be emotional.
Yeah, it's there. And even being half Titan, you'd still be really emotionally connected. Yeah,
And tall.
and tall. Yeah. So a Titan is going to want to have a taller body as a human being. So that's beautiful. Okay, thanks, Crystal.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, so Jenny May is a beautiful elemental being. And to me, she's a druid. So she's been around a very long time doing very magical things for the plane of whatever planet she was on. Okay. So it doesn't mean that she had to be a druid on Earth. She's been on Earth many times, but she's been a druid or something similar on many planets. Okay. But the thing about elementals is they're connected to the planet and they're caretaking the planet and they're enjoying the planet. So, how are you, Jenny May?
I'm good. I'm so grateful to be with you guys, all you beautiful souls. So, um, I'm good. I mean, that really resonates with me for sure. Um, the elemental, like you said, enjoying the planet. I do enjoy the planet. I do. I kind of flutter around. I meet lots of different people. I enjoy people. I love people. Um, I make art. Um, and also music, so singing too, um, and just like all the different like arts basically. Um, but I'm very connected to nature. Well, my happy place is like frolicking naked in the woods, or like I love water, mountains. Um, so yeah, that's my soul. I've had many dreams about flying. I feel like in another like parallel life, like I could fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the fairy stuff, like the elemental, it really resonates deeply with me. And yeah, I'm just like a very personable, fun, playful kind of soul that just is all over the place. I've had like issues with focus, like like I'm everywhere.
Mhm.
But that's okay. I've grown to accept that and not look at it as like a bad thing. It's just who I am. And so, but yeah, ask me any questions about that. Like,
So you're more of a go with the flow person. And honestly, the bigger the soul, the more things they want to do
absolutely.
because they've done more things and they want to experience them all in a body. But tell us like what is your happiest place to be?
So my happiest place to be would be somewhere in nature with water.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love flowers. I love gardens. I love leaves. If you go to my Instagram, I have like a post of like leaves. Leaves are underrated. So, and like I like to draw, the veins and the leaves and all that stuff. So, but my happiest place really, honey, is it's nature.
Yeah.
And I need to put my feet on the ground and just connect and breathe and look up to the sky and just but I enjoy, like you're saying, I love all different experiences. Even like I was just in New York City, and even that, just like roaming around, people watching, like the other girls were saying, observing people. I love that too. But really it's nature. So that's my happy place. And even like doing art in nature. And I have had many different, I've wanted to live in many different places, and I have lived in quite a few different places, and just to experience, like, I love ocean, probably, beach is one of my happiest places too. And mountains too. I'm a snowboarder. Like I love the nature in the mountains. But yeah, that's really my happy place. Like I loved being in New York City, but I way rather be, immersed in like amazing nature for sure.
Yeah. Because elementals help create the nature and they also help maintain the nature.
I feel that.
So, yeah. So, of course, you would love that because it's part of your purpose.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and the flying thing, that's still another element. You're in the air.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
the amount of flying dreams that I've had, it's like, well, it's kind of like I was having an out of body experience, because I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh my God, that was so real. Like, holy shit. Like, I absolutely was flying above the trees. Like,
Yeah,
so, like, it's really cool,
it's beautiful.
yeah, it's quite amazing. Flying over like bodies of water and like way above the trees, and just like waking up and being like, oh wow, okay, for sure I was doing that. My soul was doing that. But yeah, that's me. I'm
Well,
just a free spirited, airy fairy kind of thing.
yes, you are, but you also have that deep magic within you.
Yeah,
And
yes.
all the fairies do too, but you're older. You've been around longer
I
than
feel
fairies. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have come here to sort of, I mean, kind of like lift the energy, like lift the vibe frequency, and everyone that I meet, it's like woohoo, and Jenny May's here. Like I have to say, I have been the party girl, the party, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's fun. I love it. I love laughing with people, the playful element. And that's why Richard and I are so close, because we have that, we're always laughing and play, as you've seen, honey, since you've been
Mhm.
here. We're always giggling and poking at each other. And so the playful, I love to bring playfulness out of people. That's one of my favorite things to do too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the inner child. It's like, poke, poke. Where's your inner child? I want to find that. I want to feel that. I want to see you giggle. I want to see you like, you know, play
Mhm.
with it.
Yeah. That's the creation energy.
I,
So, yeah. So you work with the fairies, you work with the elementals, and you're kind of a being that would show them how to play, but the playing actually creates.
yes,
So
there's
just
the
like, yeah.
magic.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
deep part, and for sure, like ever since I was little, like I've been so drawn to like everything magical and like, and anyone that watches my YouTube channel, like I do work with crystals, and so like really drawn to that. If I were to think like, where was I like on another like a parallel life or whatever, like it would be somewhere that it has water and like a crystal buildings and nature and like a crystal city.
Right. Yeah.
So
Beautiful. I love that. Okay. Thank you, Jenny May.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
honey.
Yeah. So Jenny from the UK, loved by Jenny. I love that. So tell us about how it feels to be an angelic soul. What's your favorite thing? And you can see like you glow. Yeah.
Um, It's very interesting listening to Jenny May because I feel I'm mirroring almost so many things I can relate to with Jenny May being an elemental.
Yay.
Yeah, the crystal thing, the nature, the water, the flying, but being angelic and connected to my angels, I feel, that's the thing, I feel everything, everything feels to me. So if I'm hearing something sad or seeing somebody in pain, I I feel that and I have to process that. And I want to try and always to make people better. That's what it's like. And even being in a car as a passenger driving along the road, a busy road, and I see somebody on a bench, I can feel their energy. I can feel if they're ill. I can feel if they're sad. And equally, when I'm in the presence of somebody that has a bad energy, it takes my breath away and I have to step back. So I can't be in that presence because I just want to sprinkle light and healing. And it's really interesting because I can't be if I'm in an enclosed place with a regimental 9 to 5 with a boss, or I feel I can't breathe. I just need to be out. And even if I'm just out for 5 minutes, just need to be in the air, in the fresh air. It's really strange. But my favorite place of all is the beach. And I can look at the waves and I can sit there for hours and just watch the waves coming in, bringing in all the debris from the bottom of the sea. And it brings it in and then it takes it back out and it brings it in and it takes it back out. And then I can look at the clouds and that's an ever-changing picture. That to me is my medicine. That to me is my happy place. And my home and my garden is surrounded by pebbles and shells, little twigs, literally anything I can find that's of nature I have here. And I talk to the clouds, I talk to the tree, I talk to the sea, I talk to the sky. And I'm always talking to my angels and they answer me. And now this is very interesting because as a child, I was very following the norm, but I was always very different. I was always very sensitive and I loved everybody. And I would never, even now, go on somebody else's opinion of anybody. I have to feel it myself. Despite there could be 10, 20 people saying, but this is bad, but I have to feel it myself and I have to make my own mind up. Now, as a child, I was always laughing, getting myself into trouble for laughing and giggling when I shouldn't. And growing up as an adult, I'm always giggling, and it doesn't matter what company I'm in. I will be laughing and find the lighter side. And then before I know it, the vibration's lifted and everybody else is laughing. And people actually say to me, oh my goodness, just being around you just for 2 minutes, I feel so much better. I feel so much happier. I feel so much lighter. And that's mission accomplished to me. Because even in, let me tell you a story. So I worked at a bank and it was very, they were all sitting there in the suits and everything. And there I was on the counter. And there was the same customers coming in all the time. And there was one gentleman, and he'd been banking there for over 10 years, 15 years. He was as grumpy as anything, didn't speak to anybody. Nobody knew anything about his life. He was a regular. Well, I rocked up there, didn't I? I knew his name. He would come in, he'd say, hello, how was your day? I actually learned all about his family, all about his life, what he did like, what he didn't like. He opened up to me. And before I knew it, they were saying to me, how on earth did you get Mr. So-and-so to speak to you? I'm like, I don't know, he just did. And before I knew it, people would come into the bank. There'd be four counters open, and I'd be on the fourth one, the little one, because I'm only 4'11". And off they would come, and there'd be a queue out the door, and the other ladies would say, "We're open, we're open." No, 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 we're waiting for Jenny, and they would wait, literally wait, and queue out the door to come to me, and I would have these I would have these pensioners coming that got their bus down, and they would bring in their family photos, and I knew all their families and that. But to me, that was more important than anything else, because these people, some of these people didn't see anybody, didn't speak to anybody. And the highlight of their week was getting on that bus in the wind and the rain, getting that and coming into the bank to actually have a conversation. And I always gave them the time, and I didn't look at the queue. I was probably your worst nightmare if you was in that queue. But I didn't look at the queue, because to me, it was about making that person feel better. And as I got into the tarot, it came after an awful lot of trauma in my life. And I've had so much trauma. I mean, so much. I will write a book one day. And out of each thing that's happened to me, I always managed to smile and laugh regardless, absolutely regardless of anything. And walking along the beach was my healing. I would walk along the beach and I would heal, bring something back from the beach, and I'd keep that, and that was my healing. And from that, I then went into the tarot, and I realized then I was channeling, and I was channeling my mission then was to, the things I'd been through was so that I could empathize with people. So whatever it was they were going through, I've done it. I won't, don't say I've been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt, but whatever they're going through, I can feel how they're feeling, and I know just what to say to help them, to how to think and how to behave. And I'm still now, I get messages from people I've done readings for, and they still message me to tell me how they're getting on, because they felt that connection with me. That it wasn't just a reading for money, it wasn't just a cards are saying this, they actually felt that connection. And to me, I feel that's where I've gained my wings. I feel that's where I've got it, because I love everybody, and that is sometimes my downfall, but I do love everybody, and I can genuinely feel that love in my heart and in my soul. I just have so much love for our planet, and for every living soul on it, despite whether they're doing bad things, good things, whatever it is they're doing. I love the planet and every soul on it. And my mission, I feel, is to heal the planet, heal every soul on it, and literally bring us together, and literally to help everybody to see the light. That's my mission. So that's a little bit about me. And the Loved by Jenny name came purely out of nowhere, and it wasn't doing this. It was when I started doing a little bit of like a mobile beautician, and I was doing facials. And as I was doing the facials, I had an old lady, and she said to me, she was in her 70s, probably early 80s, and she came with her daughter, and she said, my goodness, that was just a facial, but for the first time in years and years and years, I was with my mum. I was with my mum, and she was tucking me up, and I felt safe, and she was there, and I thought, oh, really? And she said it was amazing, and her daughter was saying, wow. And then I thought, oh. I did a facial for another lady, and she said I could feel this heat and I could just feel this love. And she'd had all these pains in her back and everything. It was just a facial. And she said, my goodness, the next day she messaged me. She said, my goodness, I slept for the first time in about 6 years. I slept through and my pain's gone. And that was the name I'd called myself, Loved by Jenny. And then when I obviously went online and started doing tarot, I thought I'm going to keep that name because I want to give everybody a little bit of love. And that's what it's about. It's not about giving bad energy or seeing bad things, because I won't be doing that. It's all about the love and showing people the positivity and just giving them a little bit of love. So there you go. That's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, that's beautiful. So we're going to go to Richard the Dragon next. And so what do you love to do, Richard? What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is driving around in my Trans Am Firebird, of course. I had to put a little bit of humor into that. Mind you, I really do love my Trans Am. But you know, it's great listening to all of you, my beautiful sisters, and I could relate to every one of your stories, whether it be Lucy, you know, like you were like a super intergrade um,
Introvert.
yeah,
Introvert.
integrate. Because as a young child, okay, I was so within myself and I didn't really understand my surroundings or where I was. I did not even understand the role of a parent, not fully. So I connected a lot to, like all of you, nature very much. And I would see fairies at a young age. I did see a Sasquatch. I've even seen a werewolf, a real one. I'm not kidding. So I was really tapped into this. And as I was speaking to my parents, right, because to a child, mother really is like the name God, right? So you want to share. And, you know, you were dreaming, it was in your hand, you know, not the word crazy, but it's like I'm snap out of it. So I just decided to keep everything zipit.com. Because I knew I wasn't crazy. So I started very within myself at a young age. And that looks a lot like you, also a bit crystal. But then at one point, I had a revolt all of a sudden. I did not like what I was seeing in my surrounding. It didn't make sense. These rules, people being put into boxes, following a status quo, being boxed in, capped in, shackled in. So I mega rebelled. So I went from being under my mama's dress, being silent, to over a summer, like I discovered Motley Crue at the time. So I started wearing chains and handcuffs and I totally redid myself. And I pushed any like thing that could come to like, this is a rule. Well, you could sure as hell bet I'm going to break it. So I went very rebellious, but I was still a good person. I just had to find myself. I wasn't the person who I was being raised to be. So I pushed because I knew I had to pop something. And then as I went on, I tapped into both Jenny May and Jenny. So I could feel the angelics. I had Archangel Michael came twice in two of my breakdown episodes to rock me. And I knew right away it was Michael. And I love Michael. He's a rock star. And all the angelics are beautiful. I don't know all of their names. And like with Jenny May, remember what I said when I was very young? I'd see these fairies and how I saw them. You know, the old fashioned heating decks, dents in the wall with the bars, and then the heat comes out. So I saw two of them and they were going in and out of the bars, chasing each other. And they almost look like, you know, when you're a kid and you play in your bath with a rag and make it move, those movements of the rag and water. And they were just giggling and running. And I just sat there looking at them for 10 minutes and they knew I was there and I connected to them. So with Jenny May becoming like such a close friend, maybe 20, 25 years ago, I recognized something in her and she felt like the absent fairy, like a muse, her giggling, which is exactly what you have, Jenny, as well, right? That same kind of energy. But one is more like, you know, artist and like muse inspiring and like it's so similar between the fairy and the angelic, but then with you, Jenny, it's more the healing. So as I rebelled and all that, I got my downloads and I started realizing that I was here to break rules. Okay, why break rules? Not just because they are a rule, but most of those rules were made to suppress, cage, block, and calcify. I had an inner knowing through that rebellion that I wanted to like bring light to the shadow, to bring truth, no matter what it looked like. I was able to deal with the consequence, but it was very important the justice of what the truth was. So then I tapped into my clairs, and my clair, like all of you, they're all very special and tailor designed, right, for experience. So, mystic, a seer, and later on, I started tapping into the tarot and all this. But I've discovered my inner energy through tapping with my higher self. I saw myself at the beginning of time where one could call the Big Bang, and I saw my frequency that was like see-through plasmatoid. Say, come before there was sound, there was before there was light, there was sound. I saw like something, a spark at the beginning, and I saw, oh my gosh, that dragon energy, which would have exactly explained the role of my life, being born here, being very self invert, and then rebelling, and then like very important to see what was real and what was not real and expose for the reality. Much like a dragon, the dragon's breath will fly around exposing, because what we want to do as that energy is come back to the main primordial essence of remembrance. Wow, I'm sorry, I just downloaded. I have no idea what I just said.
Beautiful.
Bang. So please
Beautiful.
ask me questions, because I really like.
Well, you
down.
answered all the questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have that dragon energy. I mean, not only are you male, but you also have that dragon energy of go get it.
Yeah.
Go do it, the fire.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot of dragons in bodies right now, and there's not a whole lot of titans in bodies right now, but it's coming. So you're going to meet them and just enjoy them because they're amazing, and enjoy all the beings that you're hanging out with, because it's going to get more and more diverse as we go through this process. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. So Jenny and Richard have volunteered to answer a couple of questions.
Mhm.
So what question do you guys, Crystal, Lucy, or Jenny May, have a question for them? Lucy has a question.
I do. I have millions of questions, as you guys
You
know.
do. You really do. You always do.
You're like, okay, next question, next question. So this is the one. So, honey, I was taken aback when you emailed me. I thought it was because Richard had told you I had aliens in my room. And then you
No.
told me, no, you are unique. The
Mhm.
Care Bear Soul Group. So my question is, do you know the name of the Care Bears? I think it's
It's a
hard to say.
sound.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a sound, and it's kind of a weird sound,
Mm-hmm.
you know? They're
Yes.
very unique. They have their own planet,
Ah,
and they don't venture out a lot, it feels like, as far as like going and flying off in a ship. Like they don't
ah,
do that a lot. They're really happy being with themselves.
I've had to, they were my initial soul group, right?
Yeah,
That's what,
yeah.
yes. So
And
I've
you've
come
been in
back,
many bodies, many
Yeah.
yes.
different bodies. Yeah.
I
And this
did,
is what I get with the many different bodies, with the Eight of Cups, right? This could be like several different ones. One is flying. Look at all this. Often this could be about being confused and not knowing what you're looking at, but different bodies that you are looking at, like all these. Here you're a deer, here you're a phoenix, here, I don't know what that is. I can't see a lion here. So there is a many that's there, like around you right here. Yeah. I get the word L is coming through a lot. L,
uh,
Oh,
I,
L.
I feel like my room is full. sometimes.
Yeah.
Like ask, are
Oh,
you here? Are you here? Are you here? And then like,
yeah.
yeah, we're here. Yeah, so I did want to say one thing. I think I found a Care Bear soul. So
Oh,
yes, so I have two wonderful, magnificent bosses. I feel like this is my last
Mm.
3D job. And I'm so blessed to have with these two women. One of them has a beautiful heart. She is not where we are. She's on her own path to ascension. She doesn't seek the mystical stuff, but people love her. She has boundaries, but with love, always with love. And I was thinking, why am I thinking about her? And I thought, oh my gosh, she's a Care Bear too. I'm going to use that word because I don't know what else. She's a Care Bear. So I found one.
yeah.
They are rare, aren't they? Or we are rare. Or
Very rare. Very rare. She feels like a spin-off,
oh, thank you.
like part Care Bear, part something else.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's just becoming more embodied in the body.
Okay. Thank
Jenny, what
Yeah.
did you get, my love?
Very similar to you, but as you were saying, Lucy, you've been getting these messages. There you are with the page of wands. The message is trying to come through, and it's a connection. And what you're actually doing, you're activating memory cells. This is memory and nostalgia.
you.
Okay, so your soul group are actually coming forwards here, and these messages are from your past. And
Mm.
as you said, within this 3D job, yes, this is the last cycle. It's closing out. You won't be needing to do that again with this world. It's the ending and it's the starting of something new. And I feel as though you're going to be coming together to spread a message because here when you was talking about the one that you really connected with, I've got the 6 of coins here, which shows me it's an equal give and take. You're both literally giving the same thing into this relationship, into this partnership. And she is part of your soul group here with this 2 of cups. So literally your higher selves, you've known each other before. Okay. Now, the reason I feel that you're coming together to put the word out is I've got the Ace of Pentacles here. So you could see this as a ship or whatever it is, your new beginning here, and it's literally coming from the universe. And with this Hierophant here, it's about teaching others your knowledge, bringing through that knowledge together that you can remember, bringing through that knowledge confidently going forwards. Okay. And, literally trusting and believing in the messages you're getting together as a couple. And with the moon here, now the moon is all about things that people don't know. It's hidden emotions, but it feels like you're confidently spreading the word. And as you say, after a time out of healing with this 4 of Swords and
Mm.
getting to know yourself, really, here comes the star. So you're
Ah,
literally going to be spreading your message in the public eye for mass healing for others and helping others. Now,
mm.
interestingly, with that message, Lucy, I did get two beautiful cards here. I only asked for one, but I got two. And I've got the Divine Matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. So it is a coincidence that you've come together. Okay. And also, I've got here the Stellar Gateway activation, infinite potential manifestation vortex. So, and we're on the 8 lines gate, aren't we? So we're going through to this new portal, so everything's opening up. So I think that's pretty fantastic.
I think that was great and a
Amazing.
beautiful reading. I so love your frequency when you read, my sister. Now, Lucy, when you were talking about like you think like Jenny was answering about this was your last 3D job. I didn't do a full spread. I called in to 3 + 3 golden. So yes, this is your last 3D job because we got the King of Wands coming in with this beautiful dragon. So we are talking about truth being declared, about justice. At the heartbeat, now you have the Knight of Wands. So that's Heiko Silver coming in very passionately. Fire, fire. It's a passion element. And then what do you have? The Page of Pentacles. So that talks about a new day, a new dawn, as in reincarnation, but talking about finances, a new job. Now, of course, I wanted my 3 golden major arcanas for my golden beauty, Lucy. And you got God, creator, on your side with the emperor. In regards to, you're going to love this, Jenny, the moon, the old system, she's leaving. And guess how this is ending? You're going to love this. Are you ready to have that flesh of the goose? The sun. So you got creator, moon, and sun. Do you know how rare that is?
That's
That.
incredible.
Yes, yes.
Incredible. And you've
So,
also got an angel message, Lucy, and
oh
it's
my God.
faith, moving mountains, trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Guys,
That's beautiful.
all of it,
Yes,
I'm
it
gonna,
is.
just to end it, all of it, you don't know everything you've said from the past, from years ago, what I've heard, and I couldn't believe it. And it's all like I was going to have a voice, and I said, I have nothing to say.
Well,
And
you
here
do.
it's, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank
Thank
you.
you guys. Thank you. Crystal or Jenny Mae, did you guys have a question?
Crystal?
Yes, Crystal.
Ask one. Um, what is the significance of the Titan part of my soul with where I moved and what I'll be doing there?
Okay. So where did you move?
Colorado.
Okay. So why the Titan aspect of you? Why were you drawn to go to Colorado for the future? That's your question. Okay, got it. Let's go, Jenny. Oh, she's already flying with her angel wings. Look at them flip.
Thank you, Richard. Who's going first?
You can go first. So yeah, I'm still shuffling. You can go first.
Okay, Crystal. Okay, you also have a message to share. Interesting, you had the same card as Lucy, but your main card, what is the reason? Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is earthy, rock solid. Okay, you can't blow her over. She's solid, she's rooted. And here she's sitting on her throne with this, she's here to bring forward this solid offer, this solid new beginning. And she uses her resources wisely. So she calls upon all the information within. And again, the same card as Lucy from past lives, okay, with this Six of Cups, okay, to help people. Now, I feel here with this Five of Cups, there's a lot of sadness and sorrow. This could have been where they were extinct or whatever. There's been a lot of sadness. You know, they're sitting here crying over these three cups. You know, emotions are going, letdowns, disappointments. But there's two new offerings behind that people can't see. And I feel that this is your purpose with this magician showing me that you have all the tools, all the skills needed. Okay, you've got the lightning coming out your fingers there. You've got all the skills needed to spread the word here. Okay, and get the message out. Now, this isn't just in your little local community, this is worldwide. It's literally to be able to communicate to others. And, you know, as Honey was saying, you may be connecting with other Titans. I do feel that's true here. Okay, especially with that Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to pull you. I'm going to pull you one of these cards here before Richard's disappeared. He's gone. See, do you have a message here for Crystal, please? A little message for Crystal. These ones are wanting to stick, but then like a Titan, you're rock solid. You're strong. So these cards are a little bit. Any message here for Crystal, please? Any message? Any message for Crystal? What would you like to say to Crystal? What would you like to say? Maybe it's not this deck, Crystal. What would you like to say to Crystal? It's not that deck. So there's going to be a little angel message. There it is. And it is Jeremiah, Archangel Jeremiah, personal responsibility. Now, that's very much with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so personal responsibility, take responsibility for your choices. This is an opportunity for inner growth. Okay, so go with it. Go with it, Crystal. You're going to be amazing. Remembering you're the magician, don't give up. Okay, and you've got the ability now to pull your soul group together and also heal and help others as well as the planet. So, ta-da!
Thank you.
I had to run to the bathroom. I'm so sorry. It's always too much coffee for Richard. But Jenny, I was listening to you from the horizon. I got most of it.
Okay.
What I got for you, Crystal, I was guided to get a few more cards than for Lucy. But in your past, somehow you had a tower moment. I'm not sure what the tower moment was, but some kind of foundation, and you had to go, don't you know? At the center here, it's the Hierophant. Look how beautiful that is, like that rising phoenix. The Hierophant can represent a lot of stuff. So it could have been like often like something that could, for me as a reader, related to anything that could be like when I say Khazarian mafia, it could be like government or it could be like military or something of that kind. It could be this because I don't get that you it was necessarily about religion or anything, but you had a tower moment and then we got the Hierophant, so a tower around that. And then you decided to move with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is crossing a portal. It is celebration. It is a marriage. It is something to celebrate with this massive wreath, very fiery. So why did you go to Colorado? I'm not sure, but you had a tower. There was something here about a foundation, and you traveled, you crossed a portal. Right now, you got the Eight of Pentacles coming in right here. So it would be kind of like revisionné, right? The Eight of Pentacles. See, because I usually use these cards. So the Eight of Pentacles. Help me, Jenny, with the eight.
Mastering, she's literally mastering her gift, her craft. And
Okay, yeah.
with that thing, that three, I got the Three of Wands. So it's literally, it's expansion and growth. That's your
Yes, thank you. Because see, Richard, if I don't use the cards I usually do, like Four of Wands here, isn't that funny that I grabbed out of the original, the four again, you cross the portal. These are new cards to me, so I get screwed up between seven and eight. Sorry, I'm being honest. But at the heartbeat, I think you, Jenny, you had like emotional sadness. I have the Five of Swords. So that is like war of words of information or of the mind. But that was your heartbeat. This is why you did decide to leave. So you got emotions. I got like information or intellect right here. But fives in tarot is short-lived. All right, Crystal? But then after, what do I get? Very similar to you, Jenny, your Queen of Pentacles. I get the Empress. So that's Gaia. So your move is really beautiful, right? This is sponsored by Mother Divine, primordial feminine. For your future, you got the Nine of Pentacles, or like I say, pineapples. This is self-made, sovereign, independent. You stand on your own in Colorado. Now, what is fun is you got the High Priestess. Secrets of the universe are coming in to you as a titaness. You are going to reveal a lot in Colorado. There is so much in your blueprints that is coming online and about duality at the time of the Titans, because it was not easy being a Titan. And then you are here for the big shebang, Judgment Day, a wake-up call, awakening the sleepers, awakening the Titans. Now, of course, I had to go for my golden major arcanas. And what is funny is for the second special appearance, you got the High Priestess again, Secrets of the Universe coming in onto you. For the second appearance, in a time where you had that tower moment that you had to go, don't you know? And you went. The other one was Judgment. Now you got Justice. Justice be served with its karmic punch to rebalance it all. There's a big purpose, my beauty queen, that you are there. The energy is right. You're going to have a lot of remembrance. Wake up. And there's something quite majestic about a rebalance as your blueprints come back online. Is it that you're going to restore the voice of the Titan? That's what I'm feeling. Jenny, what do you feel?
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's with that magician card, that's how I feel. And starting with that Queen of Pentacles, and with the Three of Wands to end, it's for the expand, it's literally to get the message out there, because those wands are inspiration to inspire others and literally get the message out there. Yeah, I feel you've got a really good purpose, really, really good outlook there.
Crystal.
Thank you both so much. That's very exciting and inspirational, and it makes me feel a lot better. I mean, I feel really great out there. So it's all.
Your message here again is to be confident, okay, in your abilities. So speak to your lion with this Lionsgate holder and just grab that courage and strength and just literally put it within you and just be confident, okay? Have the courage to go forwards and believe in yourself, because, you can do this.
Thank you both
That's
so
my
much.
favorite tarot reader ever, you. I just love listening to every word that comes out of you. Ah.
Ditto. You.
Thank you guys. Jenny May, do you want to ask a question before we
Um,
wrap it up?
so the question is really like, it's just for like everybody, like just because someone was asking me like, what's going on with the energy right now and the Lionsgate portal and all that, like just a general question. So like the energy of the Lionsgate portal, like what is that for? Just like a broad, like a just for like the collective, like
Big change, big change, big change.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel that, but I'd love to like see some cards on that.
yeah, yeah. They're
All
very
right.
busy doing it. Oh,
So
Richard's first.
should
Go,
I go
Richard.
before?
Yep,
Okay,
go.
so what I got. So around the 8-8 Lionsgate, this portal, what I get is like it's off-world energy coming in with Miss Dolly Parton because I had to give her a bra. So this is the age of Aquarius, right? It is rebalancing. Like look at how she is cleansing the waters from above, coming down into her simulation. It is a very off-world energy in a time where people are holding on by a last pole right now. This is the wounded warrior. We're banged up, bandaged up, but we are survivors. So we're not giving up, but we're exhausted and tired. All this while the sun being the most positive card of the tarot deck also could be like solar flares. It is healing, it is purifying, it is lifting the frequencies and cleaning up of all that archonic like stuff that we're walking away from. It is here to bring the alpha, the ace of wands, a very fiery energy. So I feel that with this Lionsgate portal, it feels very fiery. It cleanses, it brings back like integrity, truth, passion. Although it might seem very confusing at the heartbeat here with the Seven of Cups. So we don't really know what we're looking at, or things could like flip around or change around, leaving people quite perplexed. And the energies are quite spectacular, right? We're going through different timelines, like within a second. I mean, like ascension symptoms are off the rocket, but secrets of the universe are coming back online with this gate, with the high priestess. For the future, the whole purpose of 8-8 in a gate, the Lion's Gate, is we're holding the new Gaia restored in our hand, looking across the sea in order to have a better future. There where we become the King of Pentacles. So we are abundant in everything that we feel or are. It doesn't have to only be finances. When you're good in your body, in your surrounding, in your mind, heart, soul, you are abundant, and it restores the alpha, the ace of cups, the elixir of life, the ongoing liquid plasma of absolute life. There. Download that.
Yay!
Uh,
Oh,
my
okay.
beautiful Jenny.
Jenny.
Asking what is the purpose of this? I've got my Four of Wands, which is going through that portal. And it's like, this to me is 11:11, okay? Because there's usually four things. And I said, see that as 11:11, divine order, divine, it's beautiful. And it's celebrations and happiness and harmony to bring an end to those restrictions and those barriers that have been blocking us from moving forwards. Now, when it's upright, it's like you're crawling forwards just to trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, being sick and tired of being sick and tired and being stressed to the max. But it's to bring in this new portal just to release all of that so that we can actually see the light, and it's actually easy to move forwards and to take that in breath and that exhale. And the big thing here is that devil, those toxic traits, those toxic thoughts. It's all about the money, money, money. I need this, I need that. Superficial things that are actually preventing us from seeing nature and seeing the embracing the new light, the new life, new lives that, it's like sun is positive in every aspect. There's no negative in the sun. And, this is like to put a really distinguish between the light and the dark. Which way you're going to go? You're going to stay back there in the 3D, or you're going to come forwards and see the light and embrace the little things in life, which is so much more important. Because the load was so heavy. The load has been too heavy for us to trudge on in our daily lives the way we've been going. It's just wearing us down. Before we know it, we're going to be flat on our backs. So Now is the time. Tick tock, tick tock. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this is fate coming in to guide us. It's the universe showing us that, come on, we've got a new portal. We've got some better times coming. And we do need to choose between the good and the bad, the light and the dark. Where are we going to go? We're going to drop all those expensive handbags and expensive shoes and just embrace life and every breath. Because here we've got the chance here for expansion and growth and to go forwards with harmony and happiness and literally see what we came here to be, really. And I pulled an oracle card and it says, and it's card number 28. Now, to me, Jenny May, that's an ending in my tarot. It equates down to a 10, breaks down to a 10. So to me, it's like, come on, the end, something needs to end here. And it says someone new is coming. Now, this is like a new beginning. An important new relationship. Now, is this a relationship with our higher selves and with life itself? An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Jenny. That's
Oh
beautiful.
It
Yeah.
was, the cards were very, well, they were very, speaking of very abruptly here, I feel, it was very light, dark, but see it for what it is. Do you want to carry on carrying those burdens and being stressed to the max and burnt out, because everybody's burnt out, or you're going to kind of like embrace this new portal and go forwards? I mean, it really is giving us, telling us for what it is, isn't it, really?
Yes.
It's our personal choice. It's our personal choice. And
Mhm.
deep inside, we go within, we will know our guides will help us, but some people are just so closed off that they're disconnected from their soul. And that's the problem we've got in this 3D world, unfortunately.
100%.
Yep.
Yay,
It's
amazing.
beautiful.
Beautifully.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Okay, well, shall we wrap it up, Richard? And
Yes, my
Richard did a
darling.
beautiful closing of what this is all about. And
Yes.
it really is to come back to who we really are.
Mm.
So I'm excited to hear.
Well, first of all, thank you all, you beautiful queens, you goddesses. I loved my time with you. I love every single one of your stories. And I always love at the end, Jenny, when we do this, like hand by, like we work so well with the cards. Like, I love it. Thank you. Thank you all. So with this, I'm going to bring you a closing invocation for this session today. And now, having spoken, remembered, remembered, we return not to separation, but to one flame. The dragon curls beside the fairy. The titan bends to bless the angel. The ET and the elemental exchange, knowing nods. And the archetype smiles from within us all. The line becomes the circle. The bloodlines become the lifeline. We thank you, each emissary, each carrier of ancient truths. May your lineage continue to awaken through joy, not pain. May your gifts be received. May your voice ripple through the dreamers yet to rise. And may we walk together this day forward, not as fragments, but as facets of the same diamond heart. It is done. It is done. It is done. Let the grid receive this offering, and let the song continue. Yay. Yes.
Beautiful.
Good. Love
Thank you.
that. Love it so much. Yeah, that is, and that's the truth. We're coming back into unity and we're going to do the thing that Earth was created for, and that's learning how to communicate with each other so that we can be in beauty with each other.
Yeah.
And the division is about to basically dissolve away.
Mhm.
So be excited when you meet somebody that has a different kind of soul than you do, and really listen and try and see what their perspective is and enjoy them,
Mhm.
because you're getting to see something from someone else's perspective, and that's going to create more unity and more love and less judgment for this world that we're creating right now.
Yes.
Love you guys. Thank you
Beautifully
all
said.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
all
you.
so much.
You all.
So
It's
wonderful.
wonderful. It's so beautiful.
Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. Woo!
Bye, everybody.
I
Bye.